Hi, TDSP families. It's Fiona Curry here again. This is part 5 of a series of videos that I've made for special needs parents. So if you're just joining me for the first time, please go back and start with video number 1 because I'm starting to build on the skills that I've already taught you. Let me know how it's going with your first thens. I would love to hear it. You can reach me on Twitter at TDSB underscore M as in mother, HWB as in boy at the Mental Health and Wellbeing Committee. And let me know how it's gone. So another week has gone by and you're still here, which is awesome. You are warriors. And I've been thinking about you and hoping that all the families that I'm working with and even those that I've never met are doing okay. So today I'm talking about token boards, and I just want to walk you through what is involved. It really just is a first then board plus. With the first then, you have a picture or you hold out the object to represent the activity you want your child to do, like holding out a puzzle piece. And then you have a picture or the reward in your hand. Now we're going to build on that skill. So a token board helps your child to learn to do more tasks in a row and to wait for the reward. So instead of having to reward your child after everything that they do, you're now starting to build in that waiting period. Examples of token boards. You can be as creative as you'd like. I always preferred using a child's interest. So you can Google Peppa Pig token boards or Thomas or Avengers, and you can get great token boards like that. You don't have to laminate them. You can print them out and you can use them over and over. This is an example of a token board that I drew out. I just said I'm working for, and I printed out a picture of an iPad, and then I used little toys, some Avengers toys, and this might be okay for your child to use, assuming that they wouldn't then get distracted by you giving them one of their toys. You can use anything for the tokens. You can use coins, buttons, toys, like I just showed you, but please be safe. So if your child is likely to put anything small in his or her mouth, then you may want to use something safer. I came across this great idea, and I think a lot of teachers are using these. What you can do is print out the picture of the reward and actually cut it into, let's say, 5, because we're going to be using a token board with 5 tokens. And the child just earns different pieces of the iPad. And once they earn 5 tokens, then it's like a puzzle, and they can see the reward that they're going to get. So before you start using a token board, you need to think about, is your child ready? Were they able to make a choice using a choice board or a choice bin? Were they able to understand the first then process? Do a task, then you get a reward. And was there any frustration? So did your child look like this, head down on the desk or the table? Or was your child super happy or at least not frustrated with getting the reward? If you weren't able to answer yes to all these questions, then I want you to stay at the first then stage. Keep practicing with different tasks, rewards, and with different people in your home. And once your child gets that and is very successful, then you can think about using token boards. Step 1. This is one of the token boards that I use at home. And this is an Easter egg candy that Jacob absolutely loves. And what we're going to do is, I've got these as Velcroed on here, but you can just place the pictures if you like. It's hard to use a token board though with objects, so it's best if you do have a printer or you draw one out if you like. So what I've done is I've put 4 tokens on the board and left 1 off, and I would hold that in my hand. This way, the token board is really just a first then. First you do one task, and then you get the reward. Do that a few times to get your child ready, because it's really just like the first then, but you want to give them a bit more time because you're presenting it in a different format. Once your child is successful, move to step 2. You basically now put 3 tokens on the token board and 2 you keep in your hand. And now you're going to think of 2 easy tasks that your child can do. Maybe it could be something as simple as do one puzzle piece, get a token. Do another puzzle piece, get another token. At the beginning, it should be super easy. Then when your child is able to do this step, you're going to go to step 3. You're backing it up now. Now you're putting 2 tokens on and your child has to earn 3 tokens. After that, you guessed it, step 4, where your child now has 1 token on the token board and has to earn 4. And finally, step 5, which means that you're starting from scratch with no tokens on the board, and your child now has to earn all 5. I'm going to show you 2 short clips. The first clip, Jacob is going to be presented with a token board that has 4 tokens on it, and all he has to do is one simple task, spelling his name using letters in order to get the 1 token. This is an example of where you should start.
Spell your name. Good spelling.
The next clip that I'm going to show you is the very final stage of when your child is now ready to earn all 5 tokens for different tasks. I'm going to show you a clip where Jacob has to earn, as I said, 5 tokens. The tasks are very easy, so he's able to earn them very quickly. This is an example of where you start, and over time, you're going to make the tasks harder and longer in order to get a token.
Do you want to earn a Sour Kids or do you want a strawberry marshmallow? Okay, Jacob's working for strawberry marshmallow. Jacob, match. Excellent. Token. Match. Great matching. Match. Wow, great matching. Match. Great matching. Jacob, can you touch your nose? Strawberry marshmallow.
You just saw 2 videos of token boards. In the first video, it was very quick because I had already given Jacob 4 tokens and he simply just had to earn the 5th one in order to get the reward. So that was using a very simple task that he's able to do easily. In the second video, I used all 5 tokens, again with easy tasks that he can do easily. And over time, what I would do is I would make the tasks harder and longer. So maybe once he got really good at the matching activity, he would have to complete the entire thing to get a token. Here are a couple of more tips. As I said, start with easy items and begin slowly, and use really strong or powerful rewards so that your child is very motivated. And never ever take a token away, even if your child is engaging in challenging behavior. What you want to do is you want to ignore behavior as much as possible and redirect them by pointing to the reward to remind them what they're working for. You simply just don't give them the next token until they are doing the task that you want them to. And if it turns into a big tantrum, then maybe think now's not the time for me to be doing this. Maybe wait until it's quieter or your child is calmer. And the great thing about token boards is that you can use them for a variety of activities. You can use them for school tasks. So, for instance, if your child's teacher has sent home some work and you're having a challenging time getting your child to complete it, then you can use a token board for that. You can also use a token board to help out, have your child help out around the house. So, for instance, I'm getting Jacob to unload the dishwasher for me, a new activity that he's only been learning these past few weeks. And so, what I do is every few dishes that he hands me, he earns a token, to the point where now he actually has to unload the whole dishwasher in order to get a token. You can also use token boards for when your child is showing good behavior. Uh, for example, if your child is using a quiet voice or following your instructions, for example, in the video, I said, touch your nose. Jacob touched his nose. That was a really quick example of something you could do at the beginning. And so these token boards are very flexible, and you could just catch your child engaging in good behavior and start giving him or her tokens. And you will find over time that your child will really buy into the whole process. So, are you ready for more? What are the next steps? You can certainly add more tokens. So, down here, I have an example of a token board with 10 tokens. And if your child gets really great with doing a token board, that's an option for you. You can find templates on the internet. Slowly make the tasks harder or longer. So, for example, in the beginning, you might give your child a token for simply doing a puzzle piece, putting it in, and later on, it might be doing the whole puzzle would get them a token. And slowly, you can start to reduce the size of the reward. So, if you're giving them a gummy bear, you might, over time, once they're successful, cut the gummy bear in pieces. Or you can reduce the length of time spent with the reward. Let's say you give the iPad to them for 5 minutes. You can put on a timer and reduce that to 4 minutes, and then gradually down to even a minute. So keep going. Try the token board with different activities and different people. So that's it for this week. Let me know how it's going with the First Then and with the token board. I would really like to get some feedback on this, what's been helpful, what hasn't been, and keep an eye out for different emails that are coming from the school board, particularly from the Mental Health and Wellbeing Committee. We are trying to adapt a lot of our resources for children with special needs, and keep tuning into our YouTube channel. We have a webcast that I and a colleague, a social work colleague of mine, did. We're both parents of special needs children, and we had a conversation which you can start and stop at your own time. And look for some other videos on our YouTube channel to dealing with anxiety and other great resources. So have a great week. I'm going to keep putting out some videos. I've got some other ideas, so stay tuned, and I hope to see you then. Bye for now.